I do think, I don't know, I just think that sometimes there is a role for the state to play in being a teacher. Another example, the patriotism thing, right? So I would say our generation, and certainly the generation under us, no patriotism whatsoever anymore. Like, it's gone. Like, and there's no sense of nationalistic pride, whatever. Some would say that's a really good thing. I would not. But, that comes in part from the state doing the Pledge of Allegiance at school, learning things about your history that are good. When you're being taught a different moral system, like critical race theory or whatever, 1619 Project, that your country is bad, you grow up thinking something entirely different about your country.
You think forcing kids to swear a government loyalty pledge every morning is a good way to instill virtue?
It is a way.
I knew that was going to be pretty Maoist, I would say.
It is a way to instill a nationalistic sense of pride, right? That was my point with that. I'm just saying it's true. Like, we can debate whether it's good or not.
Yeah.
But I believe that
saying the Pledge of Allegiance is better than 1619 Project.
Yes.
It's going to build, you're at least going to marginally build patriotism.
But these are two choices.
I'll agree.
I'll
give you that.
I would even agree with that. But okay.
This is interesting. You shine the laser.
It's pretty strong. I understand a lot of libertarians have some opposition to that.
You shine the laser, and I'm going to chase the laser. So being a typical liberty guy or conservative, I don't know what you're going to call me. I'm working on a book.
Oh, nice.
Send me some chapters.
Yeah. Well, this chapter is done, so I should send it to you to edit on what makes a patriot. And I definitely go with the Burkean side of things, where it's like when you look, and I'm going off popular media, so I didn't grow up during World War II, obviously, but when you watch those movies, like, why? But I enlisted in the Navy after college. Like, I wanted to serve, and my time was cut short. I won't go into due to an eye disease, but why did I go? And why do people in World War II go to fight? It wasn't like, oh, America, just the nation. It was my neighbors are going, my kids, my church. It's my hometown of little middle of nowhere Nebraska or whatever. That's why I'm fighting. And I think when we lose when families erode, when other institutions, like the people don't go to church anymore, or churches or other things, you have no connection to your community around you, and that erodes patriotism.
And I think that's a great example because I think there's a real important moral difference between people who went to war for those reasons and people who went to war in Vietnam because they were drafted and they didn't want to be a draft dodger and go to jail.
There's actually higher percentage draftees in World War II than Vietnam.
Oh, interesting.
Random fact.
All right. Well, my point stands.
Yeah, point stands, yeah.
I think those are two morally different acts. Going because you're afraid of going to prison if you don't go, and going because you want to support your family and your community and your friends.
A volunteer army definitely fights better than a conscripted army.